So I've done a few videos with the recent 12.12 changes. One of the big changes is recoil. So all the recoil on your weapons have changed substantially, especially with the assault rifles. So the SMGs are like safe automatic options, fully automatic options. The assault rifles, you're gonna have to relearn all over again. So I figured I'd also tie this into another video I made about like the power of target practice as well as its limitations, and then I figured I'd also throw in a few examples of ways that you can practice your aim and relearn all your recoil patterns with your weapons. So one of the easiest ways is at the start of the wipe. Not everybody has it yet, but in your hideout you have the shooting range. So as soon as you get the shooting range, it's one of the fastest ways of being able to get into your game, get the weapon you want to get good at, and just within like 10 seconds you're there with your gun ready to shoot it. So it's a great tool for learning your weapons, and you don't even have to have your lights on. You actually have just NVGs by default, so that helps a lot as well, right? So within the shooting range, you can practice with like a 5-meter target. I'm guessing it's like a 10 to 15 meter target, and then like a 20 to 25 meter target, right? So if you want to practice outside of that range, you're gonna have to join a PvE offline mode rate with like a bunch of scavs, go like customs or something, and try to get some target practice in that way. So that's really but other than that, you're really not going to be able to get much target practice beyond the range of what's in your shooting range, right? But within the shooting range, there's a few things that I would like to bring up, ways that you can practice. So I kind of separate them. So like this little bench here, there's things that you can do behind the bench, on the bench, and in front of the bench, because you can run out here and still shoot, but then if you like turn like this far, your gun goes away, but you can still shoot like further out in the range, and there's drills that you can do. So I'm gonna show a few drills. So one of the first ones is you can practice headshotting, like 1 1 1, right? And then so like that was actually very difficult, so then I practiced that, and then whenever I hit it, I go back to the next one, right? So here's one technique that you can practice on, and then another one is just like with full auto at 5 meters, right? And then you like move around full auto, right? And it definitely helps to have larger magazines. It just for like learning the recoil patterns. It'll keep you from having to reload and whatnot. And then so you do it for like 5 meters, then you do it for the next one, right? And so these two will usually be very accurate, even with some of the most inaccurate of weapons. And then you'll find that this one, it becomes very, very difficult to shoot fully automatic reliably. This is one of my favorite guns in particular that I haven't practiced too much with. Failure to feed. Nice. Cool. Since the recoil changes, but this gun has been incredibly reliable for me, and that's why it's performing so well. But the recoil patterns have changed so much that like a lot of your favorite guns aren't going to shoot the same anymore, and they're going to be almost unusable. So like a lot of the assault rifles are not going to be like single fire meta, and then point blank you're going to want to switch to fully automatic and hit them with the fully auto, and then whenever they're at distance you're going to want to switch. That's another technique. Okay, so we did a few behind, and then so there's going to be one on top of the little bench here, and this gives you an idea of what it's like to have like the high ground on somebody, which actually gives you an advantageous angle in terms of your spray pattern, which is very interesting, right? And so then there's that one, and then there's even behind the box, so you have like little cover right here, so you can practice peeking out. So here's a good one. So like practice, like say you're behind cover, you hear like a 2 stack coming up on you. Bam, you get the first one right, and then you got the second one over there, and then you practice that drill. And say there's a third one, they rushed you, right? Kind of stuff, you know. And then there's in front. So we can do advancing position and like moving backwards and using suppressive fire, right? I actually have like a cool clip I'm probably going to put in right here. GG. This exact technique, and I bagged someone in factory in the office area where I was laying down suppressive fire because I was moving backwards. See, I didn't even hit it there. Right, so that's a good practice. And then you can practice like firing moving forward a lot. And then what I like especially about this one here is you can practice peeking out and changing your angles, because this is just a really good habit. You never want to be like bop 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 and then get behind cover and then be bop 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 and then get behind cover and then be bop bop bop. See that third time they were going to be aiming straight at me and they would just shoot me in the face immediately, right? So instead you're going to want to be hitting like that right angle, and then you're going to be hitting this left angle, right? So here's another really good one. Bam. And then whenever you reload, you just press escape and then you go back to the bench and you press F, right? Right, and then so the idea of this is whenever I'm actually in raid, I've actually shot this gun more than like the very first time or even the first few dozen times at this range. And so whenever I'm in game with these new recoil changes, I'll actually know what to expect from my gun and I'll be able to perform, right? But yeah, anyways, appreciate y'all checking out the content. If y'all liked it, helped you in any way or anything like that, I'd really appreciate it if you hit me with a subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you on the next one.